Good morning, Unity of Sarasota. I'm Rob Satori, and we have Reverend Susie coming up today. We're going to be talking about giving peace, receiving peace, and being peace, which is really also love. And this song is "Love Will Hold Us Together" by Matt Maher, I believe is his name, or Maher. So let's get to it and start a wonderful service on a beautiful Sunday morning. If you missed the Labyrinth service, make sure you check it out next week, because this week was so peaceful and wonderful. I got to catch a little bit of it. It don't have a job. It don't pay all your bills. It won't buy you a home in Beverly Hills. Well, now, it won't fix your life in 5 easy steps. It ain't the law of the land or the government, but it's all you need, and love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm, and I'll be my brother's keeper, so the whole world will know we are not alone. Now it's waiting for you, knocking at your door. In the moment of truth, when your heart hits the floor and you're on your knees, yeah, love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm, and I'll be my sister's keeper, so the whole world will know that we're not alone. This is our first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark, you can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. This is the first day of the rest of your life. This is the first day of the rest of your life. 'Cause even in the dark, we can still see the light. It's gonna be alright. Gonna be alright. And love will hold us together, make us a shelter to weather the storm, and we'll be each other's keeper, so the whole world will know we are not alone. Yeah.
Thank you, Rob Satori. And he's right. You know, love is like peace. Love can bring peace. Love can be a statement of peace. It's all in how we hold it. It's how we hold it and how we express it. So good morning. I'm Reverend Dr. Susie Shadle. I welcome you to Unity of Sarasota, where something wonderful is always happening. And right now it's happening right here where we are. It's also happening right where you are. Earlier this morning it happened out in the Labyrinth, which was, oh wow, it was just a spectacular day today. Really gorgeous out there. Rob's right, it was a really peaceful presence. Wow.
A little chilly maybe, a little chilly.
Actually, it felt great to me. I got to tell you, it felt really good. So, you know, check it out. 9 o'clock at the Labyrinth on Sunday mornings. And I don't know, they might not get me indoors. You know, it's really nice out there. Yeah. And we have to lasso me and get me back in. At any rate, we are so happy that you're joining your energy with ours, and so we welcome those of you who are joining us on Facebook Live or on our live stream on our website at unityofsarasota.org. And so just know that wherever you may be in your spiritual journey right now, you are welcome to journey with us, because the journey is always so much better when we do it together. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Unity of Sarasota is a beacon of light and love, opening minds, touching hearts, and transforming lives. We are an inclusive spiritual community that embraces empowering and life-affirming practical spirituality for richer living right here and right now in our lives. We join with the Unity movement worldwide in creating a world that works for all. And as I was saying to the folks out at the Labyrinth this morning, I've always been passionate about that idea of creating a world that works for all. And I'm especially passionate about it now, because I think if ever there was a time that we could focus our energy and our attention on something wonderful and powerful, it is that, creating a world that works for all. I would like to live in that world, and so we need to get busy, because I apparently am not getting any younger. I'm not sure. I feel pretty young, but my body didn't get the same memo that my heart and my mind and my spirit did. Sometimes my body is like, hello, what page are you on? So anyway, long story short, let's create that world that works for all, and maybe my body will come right along. So let's do it. Let's do it. All right. Wonderful. So our invitations for participation, we have many. I'm going to invite you to go to the website, unityofsarasota.org. And if you haven't signed up for the newsletters, do so there. And then check out the newsletters. And by the way, we send 2 a week, and they're not the same. So please open both of them. And I strongly encourage you, please go to the website. Please go to the newsletters. There is tons of stuff to get involved in, even during this time that we're not able to gather in person indoors. Lots going on, especially during the holiday season. So don't miss out. Please don't miss out. Check it all out. I'm not going to go into all the details. I'm just telling you, tons of good stuff is happening. I don't want you to miss it. So please go there and check it out, my friends. You will be glad that you did. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. If not, then you come see me and we'll work it out. All right? So that being said, if you go to our website, there's a Contribute tab. And at that Contribute tab, there are all kinds of creative and fun ways that you can support our spiritual community financially. And we so appreciate whatever support you can give. And that's the place to do it. Or you can look on either of the newsletters. It's all right there as well. And so while we, like everyone else during this interesting time of 2020, we have experienced a financial shortfall, and yet I know that we're blessed. We are absolutely blessed, and it allows us to be a blessing in the community. We have been blessed with some assistance with some of the COVID relief programs, and I am absolutely certain that the reason we have been blessed with those programs is because we have remained a tithing community no matter what. We continue to tithe on what we receive, and always have and always will. And it's a powerful spiritual practice. It's a very powerful spiritual practice that puts us in the divine flow and circulations of the abundance of spirit right here and right now. And so I invite you to practice that same spiritual practice of giving of your time, talent, and treasure. The reason I say that I know we were blessed with some of that relief money because we are in that divine flow and cycle is because I have a friend who is very much involved in some of this relief money and nonprofits and who gets what and in terms of funding. And she said that we are one of the few churches, in fact, she said we're the only church she's aware of in the Sarasota area that received some of that relief money. So I attribute it to the fact that we are tithers. We're tithers. So anyway, it works. It's a powerful practice. So We appreciate anything that you can give. Just know that whatever you do give, hold it to your heart first, whether it's a blessing, a prayer, a credit card number, a check, electronic giving, whatever it may be. Hold it to your heart and infuse it with love, with peace, with power, with presence, with prosperity and abundance, with wholeness, with harmony, with everything you can think of that is positive, and know that that energy flows into your gift and continues to flow with your gift far beyond your wildest imaginings. And that, my friends, is powerful. It creates ever-widening circles of inclusion. And so, it's always wonderful for me to be able to give of what I have received. And so, here that is. And together, we say, oh, look.
Oh.
I put in a gift, and here's a gift. Wow, that was fast. We'll get to that in a moment. But in the meantime, let's just know that we are ever so grateful for what we receive and what we give. And so it is, and together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen.
Speaking of receiving, some people are receiving a birthday this month because it is the first day of the month,
Oh,
and we want
my
to make sure
goodness.
to mention them.
You know what? We're going to talk about them too. So this actually, the one thing that I am going to highlight is that this, is it Wednesday? Yes. Wednesday and Thursday. And you'll have to look on the newsletters or on the website to find the exact times because I don't remember them. But we've got a little holiday surprise for folks. You can come by. We'll give you a safe and private tour of the new sanctuary and a little gift surprise. So there you go. And if you put it in a different bag, it could be your birthday gift. So maybe we should sing birthday to
You
them.
get dual usage.
What do you think? Yeah, dual purpose.
Very, very good. Practical, too. So let's do Birthday Sunday. Are you ready for that yet?
Ready.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, everybody. Happy birthday to you. And happy anniversary to you.
And just remember that we have a tradition here at Unity of Sarasota that whatever you may be celebrating, whether it's your own birthday, your sobriety birthday, the anniversary that you became a member of Unity of Sarasota, the birthdays of your grandchildren, anything you're celebrating, our tradition here is that you give $1 for each year that you're celebrating, and that goes to help us to pay for this gorgeous sanctuary that we now get to enjoy. So know that you will be immortalized in this space. So thank you and happy birthday anniversary to everyone. And so let's move into prayer and get ourselves nice and centered. And I want to start with that consciousness that comes from one of our spiritual living circles, who are steadfastly remaining in the consciousness and prayer of common ground. They're inviting us consciously, prayerfully, and actively, physically, mentally, emotionally, in every way possible, spiritually, to step onto common ground with one another in the oneness and unity of all creation and all life, so that we remember that we are all one. And so to help us in that remembrance, I invite us to do as our usual practice is, to breathe into the center of our being together. Breathing in deeply, let it surround your heart space, and then release the breath fully. Breathing in again to the center of your being where your humanity and your divinity intersect, and know there is only one, holding the space and releasing the breath. And again, breathing in to the center of your own being. Hold and release. And just remember to breathe in deeply and consciously and hold the space and release the breath, and knowing that you are in that flow of the inspiration, the in-breath of spirit. That Father, Mother, God is as close as our next breath. As we breathe in the experience of God. And as we breathe out our own individualized expression of the one. From that one come the many, and yet the many remain one in unity of creation and life. We are one. No separation, no distance, no apartness. We are always interconnected, always one. So knowing who we are, we begin to know what is possible for us. And we live and pray ourselves into that possibility. Today, I ask that you join in a special prayer, a prayer request that came in this morning. We're asking for prayer for Mary Eileen Young, a former Unity minister who has made her transition. And so we pray for a peaceful passage and peaceful transition also for her loved ones, knowing that while there is grief at the human level of experience, that our grief reminds us of the love, and the love that we retain always in our hearts, in our spirit, for each loved one who has moved on from this life. And so we stand in prayer, a prayer of peace. Blessings on your journey home, Mary Eileen. Peace. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen. And so, our daily word today is peace. The affirmation, peace flows through me and blesses the world. Peace flows through me and blesses the world. Say that with me. Peace flows through me and blesses the world. The light of God shines within all people. I pause to remember this truth as I consider the world and my relationship to it. Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you." John 14:27. The same divine light that lived in Jesus is shining brightly in me. My peace is a gift I choose to give to the world. I bless the world by affirming the kingdom of God is among us here and now. It is through this Christ-centered awareness that I project a consciousness of peace. I live, move, and have my being in the light, love, and peace of God. I expand my awareness of divine ideas through prayer and meditation, and I do my part to uplift the consciousness of the entire planet. I am walking in the light of God, and I am at peace. Our scripture comes from Revelation 21:24. The nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their glory into it. And again, our affirmation, peace flows through me and blesses the world. If you know our statement of being by heart, I invite you to say it out loud with us wherever you are. Otherwise, just sit back, open your heart and mind, and let these words, these images permeate your being. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, who is perfect life, perfect intelligence, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an expression of God. You are an expression of God. We are expressions of God.
Got a beautiful song called Untitled Hymn by Fernando Ortega. In the morning when I rise, in the morning when I rise, in the morning when I rise, give me speed. Give me spirit. Give me spirit. You can have all this world. Give me spirit. And when I am alone, oh, when I am alone, yes, when I am alone, give me spirit, give me spirit. Give me spirit. You can have all this world, but give me spirit. And when I lay me down, and when I lay me down, and when I lay me down, give me spirit, give me spirit, give me spirit. You can have all this world. You can have all this world. Yeah, you can have all this world. But give me spirit.
Give me spirit. Yeah, good advice. Give me spirit. So, this is the second Sunday of Advent. Advent, a harbinger of good things to come. And so, we light the candle of peace, along with the candle of hope and faith from last week. And so, we'll start with hope and faith. Hope and faith and peace. And so today we're going to focus on giving peace, receiving peace, and being peace. And so the core value affirmation for this week is, through love and compassion, we experience and express inner and outer peacefulness and calm. Through love and compassion, we experience and express inner and outer peacefulness and calm. And so, this week I was just thinking, and somehow it came into my mind how amazed I am how outer events and people other than myself, well, sometimes myself, but other than myself and sometimes myself, impact peace or the lack of peace so powerfully, that we allow ourselves to be so powerfully impacted from outside of ourselves. And so I started thinking about that and thinking about disasters, disasters of weather, every kind of disastrous weather event that could possibly happen that we've experienced in our lifetimes. Disasters like 9/11, other periods where there was a disease or epidemic of some sort, economic downturns, all kinds of disasters. And what I noticed about most disasters that I've been alive for, that have occurred in my lifetime, is that disasters tend to bring people together. They tend to bring people together. But COVID and the economic downturn that has brought with it have not brought us together in this country. They have not. This has been completely different from most disasters that I've experienced in my lifetime. And it's odd, it's really weird, and it's heartbreaking. It's really heartbreaking because what's come with this particular disaster has brought divisiveness and anger and distrust and violence, the very antithesis of peace and oneness, the very antithesis of how we've responded to past disasters, where we sort of assume that we're fighting a common enemy, or at least working to overcome a common challenge. And this time we've acted differently. And this is just me talking right here, so you can just dismiss it if you like, but I think it must stop. I think it must stop. Because that is not who we are. That is not who we are, to divide ourselves and to fight and to be angry and to be violent and to distrust one another. To see the world in black and white, hot and cold, to see the world apart. We're better than that. We're better than that. And to me, it's high time that we tap into those better angels in ourselves and come from that place. Give me spirit. Live from that place. Live from the spirit within yourself and allow it to recognize the spirit in another. Namaste. The spirit in me recognizes the spirit in you. What if we approached every person and situation in that way? Take a breath before moving on to what pulls us apart. Move to what brings us together. Peace is then regained if we don't allow persons and events outside of ourselves to take peace away from us. Peace is possible in the most turbulent of times. It's even possible in the busyness of the holiday season. You remember how stressful the holiday season is on a normal holiday season? And then we add all of this weirdness on top of it? I mean, nobody really knows what to do, right? We're not quite sure what to do with the busyness and the stress of this holiday season. But you know what? It's possible. Peace is possible, even in this turbulence. We can turn to that peace that exists within us, even in the midst of chaos. It requires that we take a little more time, a little more frequently, to be still and to return to that divine essence of peace that lives within us. Spend more time there. Do it more frequently. Create a regular practice of being with that spacious stillness of the peace within. It feels really good. And if you have trouble getting there, go out to the labyrinth and just stand there. I guarantee it'll work. We awaken and we become peaceful in the stillness and the silence of meditation and prayer. Spiritual practices help us to get to that place within, that peace that passes all rational understanding. Mystic Christian Larson said, "The life that is led by the Spirit is the most peaceful, the most comfortable, and the most sweetly serene of all life. It is ever beside the still waters and is ever in touch with the great eternal calm." Peace begins within with a choice. Peace begins with a choice. It develops through spiritual practice, and it spreads by example. And as with all God qualities, we are endowed with the essence of peace. As I mentioned out at the Labyrinth, it's like that spaghetti sauce ragu. It's already in there. It's in there. It's in there. So know that peace is there. And the possibility of peace exists within every single one of us. Every single one of us. Affirm, I choose peace in my life. I choose peace in my life. Say that with me. I choose peace in my life. Look for peace within that divine essence that is you. It's not out there. I would love it if I could say, okay, y'all behave, and my life will then be peaceful. It's not how it works. I need to be peaceful. And then suddenly, circumstances and people and situations in the world appear more peaceful because I'm coming from that place. I'm bringing that energy. And ultimately it has an effect. What am I trying to think of? The tipping point. The tipping point is very small. The tipping point to change everything is very small. It's about 10%. 10% of us came from that spirit of peace more often, more frequently, in more situations with more people. We can tip the balance. It's not as huge as we think. We draw from Father, Mother, God, Spirit within, which is the infinite source of peace within and all around us. We're not in this alone. We're in it with a divine partner so that we co-create that experience of peace outside of ourselves from within. We're in partnership with one another. And just a reminder, peace is not just the absence of conflict and violence and struggle and stress. It's not that. It's much more than that. It is the awareness of our interconnectedness with spirit and with all of life. That awareness, knowing that we are interconnected, that we are one, brings a sense of peace. It brings a desire to be peaceful to another being because we know we're connected. It's almost like, okay, I'm going to be nice to my right hand, but I don't really like my left hand, so pooey, pooey, pooey. I'm going to be really nice to you. No. So it would be the same thing as disrespecting one of your own body parts, to disrespect another, to not be peaceful in the presence of another. We're one, interconnected, whole, complete, perfect. Ralph Waldo Trine wrote, "To be at one with God is to be at peace. In the degree that we are filled with this spirit of peace by thus opening ourselves to its inflow, it pours through us so that we carry it with us everywhere we go. In the degree that we thus open ourselves, we become magnets to attract peace from all sources. And in the degree that we attract and embody it in ourselves, we are able to give it forth to others." We stand in the presence of peace. We are the presence of peace. We become that presence of peace. And so we aspire to make peace a state of mind and heart, a way of being. And it's so easy to get distracted, to get stressed and allow that stress to have its way with us, to allow that upset, that anger, that disagreement, that resentment to be a runaway train with us. And there's simple things that we can do to bring us back to that peaceful center. They're not always easy because we forget. They're not always easy because they require us to be fully present, but they're simple. That's the good news. You know, our own practice, bringing our awareness to the inner peace that exists within us, opens possibilities not only for us, but also for the world, to bring peace on earth, especially in this season when we talk about peace on earth. Wouldn't it be nice if we could experience that in this season and beyond? That our own inner practice opens possibilities for peace on earth. Wayne Dyer wrote, "Inner peace creates world peace. If you've got a world of people who have inner peace, then you have a peaceful world." Wow, simple, but apparently not easy. But we could make it easy if we followed the simple practice of tapping into that inner peace and allowing it to expand. Choose peace, and with every breath, affirm peace. Choose peace and affirm peace. And the peace we seek doesn't come from out there. It arises from our own thoughts and emotions and words and deeds. And we can bless the world with words of peace and with actions of goodwill. Peace on earth, goodwill toward all humankind. And it's up to us to hold the vision in faith of a world filled with peace and love and joy, a world that works. And so here's a simple practice. It's not easy because we forget, but here's a simple practice that requires no equipment. You can do it anywhere, anytime. Simple practice. Consciously bless with peace wherever you are, whoever you're with, and whatever circumstance you're in, and all will be filled with peace. Very simple. Imagine if we all did that. Imagine if we all did that. That we bless with peace wherever we are, whoever we're with, and whatever our circumstance. Imagine the energy that would flow among us if we did that. Do try this at home. Do try this everywhere you go. Because you know, when we are in the awareness of, we immerse ourselves in the oneness of spirit, that we are one with spirit, we can know peace, we can live peace, we can be peace. We can make that simple practice also easy. And also, it becomes our natural way of being. We tap into that divine essence within. We awaken that inner peace that already exists there. We cultivate and nurture peace on earth. We create peace by being peace-filled, and then we let that light shine. Let your light shine. Let your peace light shine. You are the light of the world. You are the light of the world. I can already hear Godspell. You are the light of the world. Yeah, you are the light of the world. Let it shine. Let it shine brightly. Envision yourself, you individually, and all of us at Unity of Sarasota as a beacon of light and love and peace. Drive by our big, bright, beautiful sign frequently and let it be a reminder to you that we are a beacon of light and love and peace. Let it shine brightly. And each Sunday we sing the peace song. And we even change the words from "let there be peace," we change the words to "yes, there is peace." We affirm it. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. And the reason I say yes, there is peace on earth is because anytime any one of us is even having a moment of peace, there's peace on earth right where we are in that very moment. And that can become powerfully shared and spread, and in ever-widening circles of inclusion. I want to share with you my pledge to peace. My pledge to peace. Because you know what? I'm just like any of the rest of you, maybe worse, I don't know. I give up my peacefulness far too cheaply, too often. I've asked some people to help remind me. Darlene, who's my administrative sidekick, who is Velcro to my hip most of the time here, I have given permission to say to me when I get too stressed out or get wild and woolly to just say, peace, and remind me. You know, whatever you need, get a friend to remind you, peace, peace, choose peace. Put a little stone in your pocket, and every time you feel it, go, I choose peace. You know, a reminder. So I wrote a pledge, my pledge to peace. I know that peace begins with me. I choose to bring more peace into myself, into my home, into my workplace, and into my community, so that there are seeds of peace vibrating throughout the whole world. I consciously use kinder words, non-judging thoughts, loving feelings, and caring actions. I choose to give peace, receive peace, be peace. I know that my being the change I wish to see in the world is inspiring a way of life, building a safer world, and creating a world that works for all. That pledge for peace, if it's helpful to you, that'll be on the blog tab of the website, along with the meditation or the affirmations that we'll do together next. That'll all be there along with the same, with the affirmations that we did last week as well for faith, for hope and faith. So know that they're accessible to you. You can go to the website and you can get those off the blog, print them, practice them. You know, the affirmation, the repetition helps us to change our habits so that we default to peace. We default to love. We default to things positive. So I'm going to invite you, let's move inward and embrace affirmations of peace. So I invite you to close your eyes if that's comfortable, a relaxed focus otherwise. And I want to remind you of something else. I've shared this before, but it seems timely to share it again. Most of us know that the word shalom means peace, but there's a reason that shalom means peace. Because shalom is about the sound, the ah sound of shalom is the sound of creation. And the om sound of shalom is the sound of completion, which brings us into wholeness, retrieving all the fragmented pieces of ourselves and restoring us to wholeness brings peace, shalom. And so I'm going to invite us to breathe in together, and then let's the sound of the sound of creation. Om, the sound of completion. Om. And together, wherever you are. And this time with the word shalom. Shalom. And now just continue breathing in and breathing out through the simple act of breathing in and out consciously. It is possible to experience peace in any situation through the breath. Notice your breath as it calms your body, comforts your mind, and soothes your spirit. Breathe. Now listen to these affirmations and affirm them within your own being. As I breathe slowly and consciously, I find peace in the silence within. I feel peace in oneness with God and interconnectedness with all life. Breathe. The peace I long to see in the world begins within me. Breathe. I discover the calm center deep within myself, and I allow it to radiate peace and joy into the world. Breathe. I make room and time in my life for the ever-available gift of peace through spiritual practices of meditation and prayer. Breathe. I make peace a priority. Before I start my day, I center myself and take a moment to align my spirit with peace. Breathe. I resolve to live with an open heart and bless others with my peaceful presence. Breathe. Breathe and feel the fullness of peace as you embrace your oneness with Father, Mother, God's Spirit. And gradually return your awareness to this time and space. When you're ready, gently open your eyes and know peace is within and all around you. And again, the pledge to peace and these affirmations will be in the blog tab of our website. Blessings on your journey of peace. And yes, it begins within you, within me. Give peace, receive peace, be peace. And so it is. And together we say, thank God within and all around me. Amen. If you know this song, sing it with us where you are. Karen Drucker.
let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. That's all there is to it. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be joy. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy again. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now.
Thank you. That's Karen Drucker song. Wonderful. So, this is just an opportunity for us to remind you that this Wednesday evening, we always on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. do a music and inspiration service. If you haven't caught it, please do. We live stream it on our website, unityofsarasota.org. You just hit services and then click down to Wednesday, and also on Facebook Live. But this particular Wednesday evening is very, very special. Very, very special. We will be honoring and celebrating Hanukkah, the Festival of Lights. And we have special guests to help us do that. Laurel Rund, who was raised in the Jewish tradition, will be here to share the story of Hanukkah, also meditation around the story, around the Festival of Lights. And the music will be provided by her loving husband, Phil Lieber. So it's a really special thing. I'm sorry to miss it. I'm going to be away at a minister's retreat. But I'm definitely going to tune in to the recording when I get back. I've been looking so forward to this, and then I didn't realize that those dates coincided. So don't you miss it. Don't you miss it. It's going to be wonderful. I just know it. It's just going to be fantastic. And I just want to thank you all also for joining your energy with ours today. We love having the feeling. We can feel you. We don't see you, but we can feel you. And so we love that energy. And so we'll see and feel you on Wednesday evening, 7 o'clock, and next Sunday at 10:30, because it's really wonderful to be getting together in this way. And remember, 9 o'clock at the Labyrinth also, in person, masks, bring your chair. We distance, we've got sanitizer, we're doing everything very safely, and it's really wonderful out there, it really is. Check it out. And so we're going to do our prayer for protection, followed by the peace song as we end our service today. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it remains with me. Yes, there is peace peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God our Creator, family all in we. Yes, we walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Yes, this is the moment now. With every breath I take, yes, this is my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me.
Blessings on your journey of peace. It begins with you. Namaste.